If you've been searching things like, how do I become a business owner? What type of business should I start? Or what's the difference between an entrepreneur and small business owner? You're in the right place. Today, I'm breaking down the main types of business ownership because there are multiple ways to become a business owner, but many of us were not told those options. When people hear business ownership, they usually think of startups. But business ownership can be a side business, a service business, a family business, or a stable small business that supports your lifestyle. Here are 3 truths to starting a business. You don't have to invent something new. You don't have to quit your job today. And you don't even have to take huge risks to start. Let's walk through the 5 common types of business ownership. Entrepreneur. This is the word most commonly used when talking about business. An entrepreneur builds something where nothing or not enough exists and takes responsibility for making it work. This person is a true visionary. This could be a new product, a new service, or even a new way of solving a problem. Entrepreneurs often focus on growth and expansion. The pros: creative freedom, big growth potential. The cons: higher risk with your money, time, and even relationships. Income may also be unstable early on. You don't have to be the definition of an entrepreneur to be successful. A small business owner focuses on steady income and sustainability. You don't necessarily need skill in the industry to own a small business. You can purchase a business or buy a franchise. You do, however, need to understand general business like business finance, payroll, have management skills, and even other key areas. Examples of small businesses are childcare centers, trade businesses like HVAC, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, cleaning companies with employees, bookkeeping, and accounting firms. The pros: predictable demand, long-term income, ability to hire and delegate. There's also an option for seller financing where you can both learn the business and make payments towards ownership. The cons: this requires strong systems, and money management is essential. Generally, you need some capital or finance to get started. A lot of folk think they want or have to even build something new to be in business. But what they really want is a strong small business with predictable, consistent income. Startup founder. A startup is built to grow fast, mostly through venture capital, and often ends with acquisition with the founder exit. Startups are common in tech, apps, online platforms, and marketplaces. The pros: fast, exponential growth. The cons: high pressure, high failure rates, and lifestyle burden. Startup founder diversity continues to increase, and this is great for our underserved economy. Non-white founders make up 45% of founders in newer cohorts. Now, when it comes to investment dollars, startups with all female founding teams still receive very little. I'm talking about consistently around 2 to 2.3% of total venture capital dollars. Now, if you're unfamiliar with venture capital is money invested in early stage or high growth companies in exchange for ownership or equity, with the expectation of significant growth and a profitable exit. Black founders receive roughly 0.4% of all U.S. startup funding in 2024. Startups aren't for everyone, and that's okay. For the underserved economy, startups present unique challenges, but it's not impossible. Some startups you've heard of: Calendly, Blavity, The Lip Bar. These are all common household names. Sole proprietor. A sole proprietor is the simplest way to start a business. This is usually one person running a business on their own and often under their own name. Examples are hairstylists, nail techs, consultants, coaches, handymen. The pros: it's easy to start, it's low cost, and you have full control. The cons: you are personally responsible and liable. Income is tied to your time. Many people start here. It's normal and often most practical. Partnership. A partnership is when two or more people own a business together. This might be friends, family, or even a skill based partnership. Pros: shared responsibilities, shared startup cost. Cons: it requires trust, and partnerships need clear agreements. Roughly 50% of business partnership end in disillusion or conflict. Partnerships end because of avoidable breakdown in key areas. Areas such as vision and goals misalignment. Partners want the business to go in different directions. Unclear responsibility. Nobody owns the tough decisions or daily leadership. Financial stress. Cash flow, equity splits, compensation disagreements. Communication problems. Lack of honest, frequent communication. Personality conflict under pressure. Stress reveals big differences in work styles. But don't be discouraged. Successful partnerships intentionally share habits and structures that support longevity. These habits and structures are written partnership agreements, clear roles, equity splits, exit plans, shared vision and goals. I'm talking annual retreats or strategy sessions to plan, regular check ins, and conflict resolution processes, complementary skills, and aligned expectations on time, commitment, and compensation. Let's quickly talk about how businesses are registered. You have options on the legal filing entity for the business of whatever business type you explore. Sole proprietorship, simplest, has the least protection. LLCs, limited liability companies, are most common and protect personal assets. Partnerships share ownerships, but need agreements. Now, they're corporations, S corps, nonprofits. However, for the majority of business owners in the underserved economy, LLCs are the most common type of entity. I'm not an accountant and definitely not a tax advisor. You need to do your research when choosing the best type of entity for your specific situation. If you need help, a great channel to check out for tax advice is Sherman, my CPA coach. You don't need to decide everything on day one. Many business owners start simple and adjust later. Here's what I want you to take with you today. There are many ways to become a business owner and pursue entrepreneurship. You don't need to fit in someone else's version of success. You are uniquely designed with the talent, skills, and experience to be successful in your own right. And if you don't know where to start, that's okay too. Keep watching and stay connected. This is week 2 of 52 weeks to launch. Week by week, we build the necessary foundation for successful business ownership in simple language using real life examples with people who have been overlooked and under-resourced. If this video helped you to understand your options, I invite you to like the video, leave a comment, or ask a question. Share it with someone who's curious about working for themselves. And subscribe for more business education that's easy to understand and culturally relevant. If you made it this far, you belong here. We are the underserved economy. I'm Courtney, and I'll see you next week as we journey through 52 weeks to launch.